Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. I'm not doing so well. I'm still very sad about this whole Kobe thing. I know I made an episode, a video on it. Last time was a video on it, and I guess by definition it was last night I made that video, and maybe I rushed into it a little bit and forgot to talk about a few things I thought about later on last night, thinking about it again today. And I don't feel bad saying I'm not okay. I am struggling with this. Do I have any right to be struggling with this? No, I didn't know Kobe. But I wasn't a particularly big fan. I respected the man for his talent on the basketball court, his hard work and dedication and everything you've read about and heard the last 24 hours, 36 hours now. But a couple things I wanted to add that I thought were important, and maybe it'll help me feel better just talking about it, because I've spoken privately with a few of you about it, and you guys agreed with me and shared your thoughts as well. You see, the thing is, I'm almost 49 years old. I'm 48. I'll be 49 in April. Been around a while on the planet. Seen a lot of bad stuff in my time. Spoken about it here as well. And all the guys I grew up, I guess idolizing is a good word for it, I suppose, but as much as you can, someone in sports, idolize. But yeah, we'll run with that just for the sake of clarity. Idols growing up. Kobe was 41, so technically I'm older than Kobe ever was. But Michael, Gretzky, Lemieux, Patrick Waugh, Joe Sakic, Yastrzemski, Lee Mazzilli, Doc Gooden, of course, Moses Malone, Julius Erving. Not too many football guys, really. Peyton. Walter Payton. That is. I'm older than Peyton Manning, so. Not that that means anything, but. And then other guys, Hank Aaron, later on. Mickey Mantle. Big Dad. My dad's a big fan of Mickey Mantle. Grew up with him. Not literally, but grew up in New York, and Dad was a young boy when Mantle ruled the roost. But here's the thing. Clemente, obviously. Thurman Munson. I'm getting somewhere with this, I promise. And when it comes to cards, if you look at eBay and see what Kobe cards are selling for the last 24 hours, it's crazy. It's downright crazy. I'll say that. Thousands of dollars for a card that 24 hours before that was $50. Now it's thousands. Is that sustainable? No, that's not sustainable. But we're never going to see prices as low as $50, just using that for example. We're never going to see that again. Here's the thing. And I really think this is important. You look at Gretzky, you look at Michael. Again, you look at Hank Aaron, and Willie Mays. But specifically Gretzky and Michael, to an extent Mario. You look at them and they're old. It's not being mean. I think just this week Gretzky turned, he was born in 61, so 48, 58, 59, 59, something like that. I'm sorry about that, but he's old. Michael, look at Michael now. Michael is old. Kobe, never going to be old. Kobe, if you see a picture of Kobe from last week, he doesn't look like a young man, but he's certainly not an old man. So he's never going to be old. He's going to be forever his image you see on the screen now on the front pages of dozens of newspapers around the world. Which gets me to my point. I think it's important. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. I don't remember. But I'm going to mention it right now. This has got to be the biggest sports death, premature death, early death, however you want to phrase it, since Roberto Clemente. And some could argue this is bigger death than Roberto Clemente's. Think about the impact that Kobe has had. I know the times have changed, the world has changed, and I am certainly not comparing Kobe's character to Clemente's character. Nobody is going to do that. But his global reach is much larger. I think it's safe to say when Clemente passed away, when he died, Asia was probably upset, but now with Kobe, look at Asia's crying. Australia, third world countries know who Kobe is. I mean, it's, I've watched more ESPN in the last 36 hours than I have in the last 10 years put together, probably. One of the reporters on there, actually I heard this on the radio today, and I remember the basic gist of it is that there was someone working in media was working in the Olympics, one of the Olympics overseas, in another country. And it was raining, and he had gotten into a cab. He had his NBA hoodie on, or windbreaker, or whatnot. And the taxi driver, who barely spoke English, saw the jacket, saw it, NBA, blah, blah, and he communicated with this guy. He said, "You know Kobe?" And remember, this is not yesterday, this is years ago. And he says, "Yeah, I know Kobe." And the taxi driver had to pull over to the side of the road. And he wept because he spoke to somebody that knew Kobe. Let that sink in for a minute. Just from speaking to somebody who said he knew Kobe. I don't think we realize the importance of this loss. The man was 41 years old. I mean, he was well into gear the second half of his second chapter of his life. And it's horrible, you know, that he and his daughter and the 7 other folks that passed away on that helicopter, 3 of them being teenage girls. And his daughter Gianna, was very good from what I've gathered in the last day and a half. And she wanted to go to Connecticut to play basketball and then go on to the WNBA. Now think about that for a second. You know, she was 13 when she died. So think about that. Could have been 6-7 years from now, she's in the WNBA. You don't have to like the WNBA, but it's not going away because it's funded by the NBA. Pretty basic economics. You know, think about that. Kobe's kid starts starring in the WNBA. It's what it had even more credibility to it than it has now. Depending on who you ask. Not very much. Another thing. This one, you might say, Eric, you're real crazy about this, but I was thinking about this last night as well. I think, honest and truly, I think Kobe could have ran for president one day. I really do. I really think he could have run for president. Guy was very intelligent, spoke multiple languages, well versed. I really think he could have ran for president one day. At 41, you're just getting started. So, I want to thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to me, and I feel a little bit better having spoken to you guys about this. I know that some of you are also struggling with this, and I want to just say it's okay. And in society now, there's a whole group of folks that just say, well, you know what, just get over it, cheer up. That's just so wrong. I can't even begin to spend another half hour talking about that here. It's not as easy as just get over it and cheer up. It doesn't work that way. And you know what? Shame on you for thinking that it does. There's a really talented channel here in our community called Reindeer Studios. And he posted just this evening a fantastic tribute to Kobe that I highly recommend you check out. If I remember, I'll try to leave a link in the description. So as always, you matter more than you may even think you know. And please, be kind. Until next time.